Let's start setting up.
Okay.
Tegel Airport information, Echo 1740 Finland, wind 137 at 8. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky conditions clear. Temperature 2.7. Altimeter 2977. ILS, runway 8 left and ILS, runway 8 right in use. Landing and departing runway 8 left and runway 8 right. VFR aircraft stay direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Echo.
Hey Captain, may we start the boarding now?
Yes?
Great.
Are you ready for the departure brief?
I'm ready for the brief.
Okay, we have no MEL issues today. I will be the pilot flying. This will be a standard takeoff, using noise abatement departure procedure 1. The departure will be an ATC assigned SID. We will use flaps 10 for takeoff. Runway condition is dry. As for anti-ice, it's not required. Engine bleeds will be on. Okay, for the takeoff safety brief. Up to 100 knots for any malfunction I'll call reject, confirm auto brakes are operating, and if not operating I will apply max, manual braking and maximmetric reverse thrust. Come to a full stop on the runway, and after full stop on the runway we make a decision on further action. From 100 knots to V1 I will only reject for 3 reasons. Engine failure, engine fire, or takeoff configuration warning horn. At or above V1 continue into the air, and the only actions below 400 are for you to silence the bells and confirm failures. Above 400 I'll call for failure action drills as required and you will perform memory items. At 800 feet AFA I will call for alt hold and retract flaps on schedule. 1500 feet I will call for the checklist. If above max landing weight we will make a decision to perform an overweight landing as the situation requires. For wheel well, engine, wing fire, I will turn the aircraft in such a way the flames will be downwind side and we will evac via the upwind side. For cargo fire, ensure the emergency services do not open the cargo doors until evac is complete. Any questions?
No questions.
Departure brief complete.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear, terrain, terrain, pull up. Sink rate, pull up. Terrain, pull up. Don't sink, Don't sink. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Gear. Too low. Flaps. Too low. Terrain. Light slope. Bank angle. Bank angle. Minimums. 5. 4.
Hello, Captain. The passenger boarding is complete, and when you're ready, I have the load sheet for you.
Thank you.
Have a safe flight.
Pre-flight checklist.
Oxygen.
Tested to 100%.
Instrument transfer and display switches.
Normal. Auto.
Window heat.
On.
Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Flight instruments.
Set.
Parking brake.
Set.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Pre-flight checklist complete.
Hey, Captain. Cabin is ready to go.
Thanks.
If you need assistance with it, please contact one of our flight attendants. If you are unable to accommodate any item in the cabin, please bring it to the boarding door and we will check it for you. We also request that you review the safety instruction in your seat pockets. If you are seated in an exit seat, also review the exit seating criteria.
Before start procedure.
Check.
Before start checklist.
Flight deck door.
Closed and locked.
Fuel.
4.6 tons. Pumps on.
Passenger signs.
On.
Windows.
Locked.
MCP.
Set.
Takeoff speeds.
Set.
CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Rudder and aileron trim.
3 and 0.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Completed.
Anti-collision light.
On.
Before start checklist complete.
Start engine 2.
Starting number 2.
Left is clear, right is clear. Okay to start engines.
Starter cutout.
Start engine 1.
Starting number 1.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board. This is your purser speaking. Please direct your attention to the cabin crew for the safety information. First, there is an instruction card in your seat pocket that illustrates the safety equipment on board of this aircraft. Regulations require compliance with this information as well as are clearly marked with exit signs and instructions for the work operation. Each door
Starter
is
cutout.
equipped with an escape slide. Locate the nearest exit to you and note that the nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, appear lights. In such case, remain seated with your seatbelts fastened and pull the mask toward you to start the flow of oxygen. Oxygen will be flowing to
Flaps 10.
Check.
Tow equipment is removed. You are cleared for taxi. Please wait for my hand signal on the right hand side. Right.
Before taxi checklist.
Generators.
On.
Probe heat.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Isolation valves.
Auto.
Engine start switches.
Continuous.
Recall.
Checked.
Auto brake.
RTO.
Engine start levers.
Idle detent.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Ground equipment.
Clear.
Before taxi checklist complete.
Before takeoff checklist.
Flaps.
Flaps 10, green light.
Stabilizer trim.
4.0 units.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Runway entry procedure, please.
Check. Ready to go.
Takeoff.
Check. Eighty knots.
Check.
V1. Rotate.
V2.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up. Gear up, lights out.
Heading select.
Heading select.
Climb thrust.
Climb thrust set.
Level change.
Level change.
Set flaps up speed.
Check.
Flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
Flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
Flaps up.
Flaps up. I am ready for the checklist.
After takeoff checklist.
Engine bleeds. On. Packs. Auto. Landing gear. Up and off. Flaps. Down. After takeoff checklist complete.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit, this is your captain. We have now reached our cruise altitude and the seatbelt signs have been turned off, so you are free to move about the cabin. but I do recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened anytime you're seated. Please enjoy the flights and the cabin service, and I will get back to you with more updates as we get closer to our destination. Thank you. Are you ready for the approach brief?
Okay.
Okay, we will be arriving by ATC vectors. We can expect an ILS approach. Landing runway condition is dry. Anti-ice is not required. Landing flap will be 30. Auto brake we will use level 2. Engine bleeds will be on. Decision height will be 200 feet. Any questions?
No questions.
Approach brief complete.
Level, pressurization, landing altitude, 50 feet, recall, checked, auto brake, level 2, landing data, VREF 140, minimums, 200 feet, approach briefing, completed, descent checklist complete.
Approach checklist.
Altimeters 2974.
2974.
Approach checklist complete. 1000 to go. Yes. Okay, thanks. Captain, the cabin secure.
Flaps 1.
Flaps 1. Cabin crew, take your seats. 500 feet.
Landing.
Check.
400. 300.
Approaching minimums.
200.
Minimums.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brakes up. Reverse green. $60 knots.
Okay to clean up.
Check.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the conclusion of our flight. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign and the aircraft is parked safely. This will be your indication it is safe to move around the cabin, gather your belongings and disembark. We will like to thank you for flying with us today and we appreciate your business. We will hope to see you again on a future flight. Thank you and goodbye.
APU is online. Cabin crew disarm slides. Ready for shutdown.
Rocks in position.
Shutdown checklist.
Fuel pumps.
Off.
Probe heat.
Off.
Hydraulic panel.
Set.
Flaps.
Up.
Parking brake.
Released.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Weather radar.
Off.
Shutdown checklist complete.